Start the countdown right about now. I'll count down from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start. Okay, this is Kart Fighter. This is Peach % for a couple reasons. So there's a lot about this game. I'll try to explain it in a decent pace. But this first enemy right here we have is crap. Noko Noko, which I assume translates to Koopa. So we'll be doing pretty much the same thing with varying results the entire time for this fight. And that's doing a jump grab combo, where we keep the enemy in the corner and we alternate between both a standing punch and then grab, and then a downward punch and then grab. And if you do too much of the ground punch, then the enemy actually gets pushed backwards out of bounds. And if you do too much of the jump punch, then the oops, I messed that up there. Then the something weird happens with the game's physics, or like you just get pushed away for some reason. If you can't tell, the enemy AI is quite bad. So fortunately, it usually ends up working out quite well for you, because the enemy will just continue to jump right under you over and over again. You could just get a jump punch in. It's not quite the combo we want, but it's good enough. This is Luigi. He already started me off quite bad. You know, these bosses get progressively more difficult. There actually is like minimal nuance to these characters. I'll explain on each one. Okay, I thought I messed up the combo there, but we're good. Okay, that was a good first fight other than him kicking me at the very start. One of the things about the score counter is that the score counter actually takes a lot longer to finish ticking up if you've been damaged, so it is definitely most optimal to not take damage during fights. That can be kind of tricky, because this game doesn't like to work properly sometimes. The best way to get the combo thing started is to just punch... Oh, crap. Instead of punch, you just punch your enemy over and over again until they become unconscious, then you can start them off. But unfortunately, Luigi's being a bit mischievous here. Sometimes you can also... What? Okay, that's really cool of this game. Yeah, sometimes the enemies will just break from their terrible AI. Oh no, I might die. Okay, good, I didn't die. That was actually really close. That was a bit embarrassing. Dying wastes a lot of time, as you can imagine. But, alright, Kinopio is a bit easier. Aside from Noko Noki, he might be the easiest, because he's got a pretty forgiving hurt box. And, okay, good, we already got this started. Jump. Round. Jump. Okay, and that was a very good fight, actually. We didn't take any damage, so the score counter will take, like, just a few seconds to count up. Things change a little bit in between phases. Sometimes the AI gets a little more nuanced. Usually they don't, but I don't know what's happening here, actually. This is a new... Wow, okay. This is very new for me. I actually genuinely... That's... I actually don't know what was happening there. That's very... I wonder if I could replicate that. I don't know if it's easier than the combo we normally do, but... Or I say we, me and the 2 other people who play this game. Oh crap. Okay, so this is Yassi. Yassi's actually the worst. Like, no joke. Usually his projectiles aren't terribly annoying. Usually it's his flutter kick, which we'll see. Well, we don't want to see. Oh, wow, okay, he's really giving me a hard time. Okay, this is actually... I'm not actually sure about this. Okay, good, he died. Okay, so Yassi 2 is especially annoying, because his AI does the same thing where he'll flutter jump every time you jump, so it'll sort of, and the hurt box of his flutter jump is like nearly impossible to hit. Okay, speaking of hitboxes, that was impressive. Actually, okay, he's not giving me the usual, that's the flutter jump right there. He's not giving me the usual garbage pattern that he does, he's giving me a brand new one. Oh no, I got too close to the side. Okay, this is where it gets to be a problem. Okay, good. These fights have not been going terribly well, but knock on wood, I haven't died yet. Grabbing is also, I should mention, grabbing is done by holding in the direction that you're facing the enemy and then punching. So Mari is a good bit similar to Luigi in that he likes jumping. He really likes jumping. You can get him into a state where he'll just jump in the corner over and over and over again. And it's a you just get him into a state where he's just jumping in the corner over and over and over again. And then there's like a single frame in this little jump combo that he has, where he's on the ground so you can get the actual grab combo on him, but that can be pretty tricky. So generally it's just a good bit easier to wait until he's lowered in his jump, and then you can actually punch him over and over and over again. One thing to note about the punch is that I used to run this game with just the kick. Turns out that's actually half as optimal. When I was originally starting this game, I had a time in Mari and Luigi percent, because they're identical characters, of 20 minutes. And then this other guy came in and was like, oops, turn my phone off. This other guy came in and was like, oh, well, here's a speed run of 10 minutes. And so that was, it's like, oh, what secret did he have? It's just he used the punches instead of kicks, and punches do double damage. This is Donkey, as you can see. This is just a regular old Donkey. Might be too close to, yeah, he's too close to the wall. Okay. Donkey's one of those bosses where his, like, side B, as I call it, is especially annoying when you're jumping, so it's better just to stay on the ground for some of these fights and punch him until he's unconscious. Okay. I think, as far as I know, almost all the characters are essentially identical, with very small changes, except for Noko Noko for whatever reason, and the only difference is that he just has half damage. So, real good balancing over there. Over at whatever studio made this. Okay, well, he grabbed me. That's... This game can actually, well, it's not really once you know the basic mechanics, but especially when you like, I got into this game because I watched the Game Grumps play it, and thank you, Game Grumps. But originally it took me a very long time to beat this game, because it turned out to be quite the challenge. But once you realize that the game is very, it doesn't have too many layers to it, then you can just do a lot of punching. Kicking is mainly used for swag, and that's about it. Here's Koopa. Actually Koopa, not Noko Noko Koopa. Ah, crap. Almost had it. Yeah, things are actually a little bit difficult in this game. It's kind of weird. Okay, got the combo. You fight, spoiler alert, you fight Koopa twice, meaning that I'll fight him a second round, but then I fight 2 more rounds of him after a fight that's coming up after the second round. And he can be kind of tricky. Not too bad, just you gotta make sure to do a lot of punching. Because his hitbox, as you can see, is rather small. Some of the scaling in this game is quite weird. But his side B of sorts can be pretty hard to handle, or just, well, pretty hard to like kick out of, especially when he's in his second phase, real second phase. So like his first 2 fights aren't that bad. Just gotta. He's like a little big baby. But, yeah. Okay, and now we have... Oh no, we've been cloned. It's Chun Peach, but pink, more pink. Actually, yeah, okay, whatever. It's Kart Fighter, you know? There isn't either. It's hard to explain anything really, but a lot of jumping in this fight as well. It's hard to because Peach is a lot more long distance due to her lanky arms and legs. So generally it just involves you just keeping her in the corner. It doesn't have to be the combo, because that can be pretty difficult. Now second round of... Oh, we actually got the grab. So actually another thing you can do is if they're blocking a bunch, you can continue inching forward, and eventually you'll just get the grab. So, I did do that. Actually, that was an excellent peach fight. Okay, so now we're getting into the final two fights with Koopa once again. How dramatic. I'm not exactly sure why you fight this guy twice instead of just once at the end, but who am I to judge? Who am I to judge the masters of this craft? Again, like, there are little bits of nuances in this game. Like, these two fights are a little bit more difficult unless you get that, which it's very easy. Yeah, that move can be, because it's quite fast and the hitbox is quite small, so it's hard to like knock him out of it. So generally, you just want to punch. Sometimes I get kind of greedy, and I'll oh good. Oh, also I should mention, time comes when the score stops counting up. Okay, so I'll say when. Time. Yay! That was a decision I made. I actually decided to do with my life. So that was Kart Fighter. You know, you get a little leaderboard afterwards. I'm not sure exactly what to conclude this run with, other than that it's a run. It exists. I did it. So I don't know. There isn't too much of a community to thank, but for my two dudes out there who are running it, thank you. But other than that, I give a shout out to my fellows in Raceful.